Maria D, and today I'm taking part in another YouTuber's Collaborators collaboration. Oh my gosh, that never gets any easier to say. Today's hosts are Ingrid over at Mummy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles and April over at The Simple Rugged Path, and I will put links to both hostesses' channels below as well as the playlist. It would be great if you enjoy the topics that are discussed today, that you go and check out the hostesses and perhaps some of the other participants as well. The topic for today's collaboration is 10 resolutions that we have for the coming homeschool year. I've just moved the camera. I don't know whether that'll make it any better. I suspect not. Now I just feel like I've got light. It's sunlight streaming through my front room, which is gorgeous. That's obviously in my face. Those of you who know me know that I don't really do resolutions. I tend to pick a word for my year that operates as a coat hanger to frame the year ahead. I won't really be talking about my own goals for myself in this video because I want to be talking about them then. But what I have done is I have put down 10 things that I would like to change about our home ed year. You'll notice that throughout this video I tend to refer to homeschooling as home education or home ed. That's because we are UK based. It happens to just suit me better because we don't do school at home. We do education at home, and yeah, so I feel that it's more authentic to our life and our journey. Number one thing is I would like to read aloud more. Now, Joey and I often have audiobooks on the go for when we're in the car, but we very rarely make time for sitting down together and reading aloud anymore. And I'm really missing it, and I can really see the benefit of that. So that is something that I want to change this year. Number two, I want to do some more work on life skills. We started out with the rest of my children as they headed towards high school age and were in high school, that they took on more responsibilities for their stuff themselves. And that was because we wanted them to be equipped to go off to university knowing how to take care of themselves. So at some point within high school age, they started doing their own washing, they took control of their own ironing, and they often contributed a meal to the family each week so that they could learn how to cook. We also give our children a budget, usually around age 14 or 15, at where they become responsible for their financial management themselves. Now, Joe is probably just a little bit young for that as yet, but he already keeps a spreadsheet with all his pocket money and birthday money and Christmas money and what it gets spent on. The next phase from doing that is to work him towards managing his own money and a budget, just so when they leave us they are prepared for the real world, I guess. Number three is to work a little bit more on his independence. Now, Joey has always been a quite close to home child. He, having had 4 very gregarious out there, couldn't leave my side fast enough kids, I then got a child that wanted to be attached that little bit more, but he has been really asking to do more independently, and so I need to start working towards that with him. He's expressed the desire to catch a bus to a friend's house. I know just through necessity there's going to be a few things that he's going to have to ride to without me, or with an older sibling, or with a friend this year. So just some things like that really start to foster his sense of independence. I don't have any problem with him starting to do that. If he was at school now, he would be in high school and he would be walking to school. So I think it's, I think it's a natural progression at that he starts to do some of those things now by himself. Number 4, make more time for park play and outdoors play. In the past years, we have often got together with friends on a Friday afternoon to hang out in a park. My timetable is going to change somewhat this year because for at least the first 6 months, I'm going to be in college until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that those park visits can still happen. But if not, I want to do more park play where the kids just run in the park and burn off energy and just be kids. Number 5, I bought Joey the Big Life journal for Christmas. and I would like to start making that a really regular part of our week, as well as me sitting down with him and doing some journaling of my own in whatever way, shape or form that takes place this year. I think that would be a really profitable exercise for us to both do. Part of my college course this year is a lot of personal development, so just by default I'm going to need to set aside time within my week to do some of that, so it would be great to make that a shared experience with him. Number 6 is tied in with the part play, but not necessarily, and that's to just be out in nature more. I feel happier when I'm out in nature. I suspect if I feel happier, and studies have shown that people do, that Joey will as well. And so I just think it will be a great thing to integrate more outdoors living into our lives in whatever way, shape or form that takes. Number 7, a personal one, but I guess it also affects Joe as well, in that he could benefit from this, is just to cut down on my procrastination time. That instead of just thinking, well, I've got a spare 5 or 10 minutes and sitting down on Facebook or social media, just being really purposeful about that time, and so that I'm just cutting down on my wasted time and turning it into profitable, purposeful time. As much as I love social media and I glean a lot from it in general, I also know that there's plenty of times that I'm just doing the whole scrolling thing as well, and it's those times that I need to walk away and find something more purposeful to do. Number 8, I would like to camp more, and part of the way that we enjoy camping is to go away with other home educators. It could also be other people in general. We have really loved joining in and going away with other home educators. It has been a really worthwhile thing for us to do, both in just taking downtime, being out in nature, living a quieter, simpler life, but also forming deeper connections with other home educators and forming community. Number 9, I need to sort out my resources and sell them. I have loads of resources here that are just gathering dust on the shelf, and it seems such a shame when other people could be making use of them when I'm not anymore. So whether I sell them, whether I give them away, I don't know, but something needs to happen with them, because yeah, it's just becoming clutter and I don't like clutter. Number 10, this is a bit of a big one actually. We have some friends that found a democratic school in Spain, and Joey is really keen to spend some time at that democratic school. So part of what I need to do this year is to work out the feasibility of that. I need to research it a little bit more. I need to talk to people. We may even have to go out to Spain and have a look at where it is and whether it would suit us. I need to sit down with my husband and work out budgets and whether financially it would work, whether he could even potentially get a job in Spain. I don't know, but it's a big thing to Joe, and he has been learning Spanish in the hope of maybe going to do that. So I want to honour his commitment to that and at least start to investigate that prospect. It might turn out that that's not feasible for us to do, but at least we've looked at it and we haven't just poo-pooed the idea away. So what about you? Do you like resolutions? Do you make resolutions? Do you have them for your homeschool or your home education year? I'd like to hear more of your thoughts about them in the comments below. And thank you once again to our hosts, Ingrid and April. Again, there is a playlist down below, and yeah, it would be great for you to check them out. I've been Maria. You've been awesome, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.